Ah! 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 Zombies! Zombies everywhere! We need to survive the outbreak. All right. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stephen Hodul. The website I had is survivetheoutbreak.com, and it pretty simply puts you into a zombie apocalypse, and you have to survive. It's relatively interactive. It's more like a movie, and you're going to make a few decisions, some of which are going to lead to your death, some of which are going to lead to survival. So first I want to look at the design of the actual website. It's a really simple layout. There's pretty much a home screen and that's about it. There's the option for like contact information and stuff like that. But pretty much on the home screen of the website, you're going to have the option to play the game, as well as a disclaimer before you hit begin that there's going to be profanity and violence, which there definitely are throughout. It's a very professionally made website. It's also a very professionally made film or game, whichever one you would like to call it. I wouldn't say that it's exactly Hollywood quality, but it's definitely better than something most people could make. So it's pretty close to extremely professional. As far as the structure of the website goes, it is extremely easy to navigate. I'm talking one or two options when you're actually on the homepage of the website. There's a really small amount of other links. I would kind of prefer if there were more links other than just contact information. I would have been interested to know more about who made the website, what their purpose was for making a 10 to 15 minute zombie survival game, like if they're making profit off of it or anything like that. Would have been interesting for me to know. As far as components of the website actually go, there really isn't anything to it. The only option at the actual survivetheoutbreak.com is to begin the game. They give you a really brief synopsis of it. And then there's another link for a game called Bank Run, defined as an interactive movie and iPhone game. So it's going to be essentially the same thing, but instead of surviving zombies, you're going to be robbing banks, one would guess. There's definitely a high level of interactivity in the outbreak. You're controlling your character's decisions, not so much the actual physical movement of your character. Like in Darfur is Dying, so you're actually running to go get water, things like that. In this game, you're not going to control your character at all. You're just going to pick what they do and then continue to watch the movie. So, for example, you're going to start out and you're going to decide if you want to save someone who was bit or just try to ignore them and let it pan itself out. So I chose to save them, ended up being irrelevant. The next thing you're going to do was decide if you want to board up the windows or push furniture in front of them. I went with push furniture, ended up dying, didn't work, so went back, boarded the windows in the next effort, which ended up working. So I would have liked to see the website more interactive, just because the options, you pretty much had two or at most three options of what you wanted to do, most of which led to your death. So it was pretty much you had to pick the correct one, and also somewhat morbid that if you ever tried to save someone else, it never worked out for you. So I suppose that might be pretty realistic if there was a zombie apocalypse, but pretty morbid as far as an actual game goes. When discussing content of the movie, there's not a whole lot to it. It's really straightforward and kind of like every other zombie TV show or movie I've ever seen in my life. There was definitely no bigger meaning to it. Can't say there was anything educational about it. It was 10 or 15 minutes. I guess you would definitely find it fun if that's your kind of thing. I'm not crazy about it, but if the whole zombie apocalypse thing is something you're into, I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, but it definitely lacked like a deeper meaning or anything like that to me.